I want to introduce you to a term that should change your life. Here it is. Hi, this is Walter Bond, and welcome to Peak Performance Life. We're talking about something powerful right now called time management. Don't gloss this over. Don't blow this off, because time management is critical. Your ability to manage time will make a huge difference in the bottom line in your house, in your business, in your company, and in your world. I want to introduce you to a term that should change your life. Here it is. It's called self-government. In fact, time management is just our ability to govern ourselves. I want you to think like a CEO. It doesn't matter where your position is right now, because you are the CEO of you. You are the Chief Execution Officer of you. Now, as we talk about CEOs, here's two things that CEOs do that most people don't even have a clue about. CEOs are always reading and they're always thinking. They're always reading and always thinking. The average CEO reads 4 to 5 books a month. Think about that. 4 to 5 books a month. How many books did you read last month? In fact, how many books did you read last year? If you want to be a great boss of you, start by scheduling time in your day to read and to think. Read and to think. Why do CEOs do this? Because reading, getting good information, new information, creates creativity in the brain, and they can start thinking how these principles apply to their business, to their company, to their leadership efforts, to everything they do. So if CEOs read 4 to 5 books a month, I just uncovered a great secret for you to put yourself on a schedule to go to the next level as a professional. As you plan out your day, you have got to schedule time to read and to think. Read and to think. I don't care if it's just 15 minutes. Have a book by your bed that you can pick up and read yourself to sleep. We read kids' bedtime stories because it helps them sleep. I want you to read great books because it will not only create development in you, it will also help you sleep well at night. So make sure that you schedule out your day. Think like a CEO. There's all kind of great books out here on customer service, on development, on selling. Pick a book that's relative to your industry that can help you professionally and read it. You know, I was reading a book by John Maxwell one night, and it changed my life. He says that you should read 2,500 books in your industry if you want to become an expert. To be honest, when I read that, I closed the book and I went to bed, because I thought to myself, how in the world could you read 2,500 books in a lifetime? But then I ran it through my basketball computer, and I tried to think about how many times I dribbled a basketball. I tried to think about how many times I worked on my free throw. I tried to think about how many times I did push-ups and sit-ups, how many laps I ran, and became an NBA player by doing repetition. It took time and effort and years. The first time I touched a basketball, I was 7 years old, and I didn't get paid as a pro until I was 23. And when I looked at it through my basketball computer, all of a sudden it made sense. So, I don't know how many books you really need to become an expert in your industry, but here's what I do know. Make sure you govern yourself and operate like a CEO. We are all making a huge mistake if we don't schedule time inside of our day, every single day, to read and to think. This is Walter Bond, and I want you to be a peak performer. And we all have to schedule time in our day to make sure we are operating like a CEO and engaging in self-government. Every morning, take at least 15 minutes to read and to think, and before long, you will operate like a CEO, the CEO of you, and then you'll be qualified to lead other people. When I hear the sound of that whistle, it takes me back in time when I learned how to become a peak performer. When I played college basketball, my coach would blow that whistle and he would call all my teammates in, and in this huddle, he would motivate us, he would inspire us, he would teach us, he would correct us, and the reality is this: he called my name more in that huddle than anybody else's name. Here's why. He saw tremendous potential in me that was trapped and buried, and he wouldn't let it die in me, and he brought it out until I became an NBA player. In that huddle, I learned how to develop and become a peak performer. I learned two things. that peak performance is a process, but most importantly, peak performance is a team sport. I would not have reached my potential without my coach investing time and energy into my development. So here's what we've done for you. We created what we call Peak Performance Huddle. In this huddle, we want to do the same exact thing. We want to motivate you. We want to inspire you. We want to teach you. We want to even make you laugh. But the bottom line, every ounce of potential on the inside of you, I'm coming to get it, and I'm not going to stop until we pull it out. In this huddle, we're going to have webinars. We're going to have success tools. We're going to have interviews with successful people. We're also going to do phone calls, live phone calls where you can hear my voice live, ask me questions, because in this huddle, the number one job, my number one job is to help you reach your potential. We have two choices. You can do the automated coaching program, which is very cost effective. It can be available to you 24/7, 365. Or another option, you can do a huddle that's one-on-one with me. That's right, me and you, one-on-one, and we're not gonna stop until you reach your potential. Your job, your only job is to make it to the huddle. If you make it to the huddle, we'll do the rest. Sign up and register and get to the huddle, and Walter Bond will be there waiting on you, and we're gonna help you reach that potential that's inside of you.